All right, Aries, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name's Desiree, and I'm going to be doing your money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of April 2020. For the readings this month, I am going to be using my Morgan Greer Tarot deck. I will also clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And Aries, I will end your reading with a Chakra Oracle card. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do invite you to subscribe. Because I do these readings each and every month, I would love to share your money message with you. Also, you may notice that I do read jumper cards, which means sometimes a card will literally fly out of the deck or flip over. Those are the cards that I choose to read because those are the cards that I believe have a very specific message, and so I do pay attention to that. So let's go ahead and get started. What do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of April 2020. What do we need to know for the sign of Aries? Okay, Aries. Aries, you're going to get some good news as it relates to money in that first week of April. So that's good. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups upright, 10 of Pentacles reverse, 7 of Pentacles upright, 6 of Wands reverse, Hierophant reverse, and then that Page of Pentacles. You've got good news coming as it relates to your money that first week of April, Aries, so get ready. That's going to be very, very good. But let's go ahead and start with this Five of Cups here. Now, Aries, you may have said no to something, or you may have decided to do something, and now you're starting to feel a little bit heavy, maybe guilty, maybe have some regret about a decision you made. And the first week of April, you're starting to feel like, did you do the right thing? You're starting to question yourself, especially as it relates to your money, especially as it relates maybe to your career, your job, your business. It's okay. Excuse me. It's okay. Whether or not you made the right decision about something is really not the issue. The issue is can you live with the decision that you made, or can you benefit from the decision that you made? You know, you may feel like, oh, I missed out on something, or I said no when I should have said yes, or I said yes when I should have said no. All of that doesn't matter. What matters is that you have decided to kind of use this situation or use this knowledge to benefit you in the future, or benefit you long term, or it's going to benefit you somehow, some way. Now, we also have the Ten of Pentacles here. The Ten of Pentacles is kind of like working with a group, or working with more than one person in order to have bigger results or have bigger profits, bigger experiences, to do something on a much bigger scale. Because this is in the reverse, that means that you have decided to kind of do something on your own. You're not really trying to get caught up or tangled up with a bunch of different people. You're also not really willing to share that much of the results with someone else, which is totally fine, Aries, because you are someone who, you're someone who, you know, it's like you're more of a leader, not really a follower, which means you're someone who kind of needs to do their own thing in their own way and not have to constantly try and bring someone else up to speed, or have to explain why you're doing this or how you're doing something. So this is going to benefit you because you're going to be able to kind of call the shots on your own, in your own way. Now we have the Seven of Pentacles here. The Seven of Pentacles means that work is coming your way. You're going to be very ready and very well equipped, especially this first week of April, because you're going to see, you're going to be in demand. It's not like, there's a shortage of, what it is that you're skilled at. People are going to be wanting to hire you, work with you, pay you. So just know that work, if it has been going slow, it's not going to be slowing down as we move into the new month of April. You're going to see that work is definitely available for you if you want it. Now we also have the Six of Wands here in the reverse. This means that someone could be taking credit for work that you did. Someone could be getting the attention for work that you did or for something that you created. It's not a bad thing because it's not something that's long term, but it is something where you're not getting the credit you deserve and you're not getting recognized in a way that you should be. Now, don't worry about it because overall you are going to have you're going to have opportunities to really shine where it really, where and when it really matters. But just know that sometimes, there's going to be circumstances that you can't control and you're not going to get the credit that you deserve. But it's not a reflection of you and your skills and your abilities. It's a reflection of the situation, or it's a reflection of you just being around people who like to take credit that is undeserved. But it's not something that you can control or something that you even have power over. It's just something that it is what it is. But I think you're kind of okay with that, Aries, because it's not something that's going to necessarily take anything away from you financially. Now we have the Hierophant here in the reverse. We also have the Page of Pentacles, like I said. Good news is coming. You're going to get some news, information, a message as it relates to your money, and it's going to be positive. If you don't get it in that first week of April, you will get it as we move into the second week of April. I'm very confident about this, and I feel really good about it. So just know, Aries, that you do have some positive news and positive information coming to you as it relates to money, finances, career, business, or what have you. Now, the Hierophant here in the reverse position, Aries, that tells me that you're really kind of stepping away from authority or maybe some spiritual practices that you feel are just not serving you right now. There's nothing wrong with that, but you kind of are just, you're feeling a little, I want to say overly emotional sometimes. And sometimes when we're feeling overly emotional, it's really hard for us to see things in a more neutral way. And it also makes it difficult for us to kind of understand situations without our feelings kind of getting in the way. But it's okay because you just go through this very temporarily. It's not something where, you get sucked in to a, spiritual, negative cycle. But you are just feeling a little, I want to say a little, maybe dissatisfied on some level. But the good thing is like I said, it's only temporary and it's not something that's going to affect you long term. And it's not something that's even going to affect your work. I think this is something more of kind of on your own personal spiritual journey where you're just feeling a little dissatisfied and you're still seeking answers. You're still seeking what exactly feels right for you. All right, so let's continue on. What do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of April 2020? What do we need to know for the sign of Aries? All right, Aries. Now, the good thing is like, the first week of April, you're going to feel a little scattered, but by the time we move into that second week of April, you're going to feel like things are really much more balanced. Things are starting to fall into place. Now, we have the Six of Pentacles here in reverse. We also have strength, King of Wands in reverse. Then we have Temperance, and then we have the Three of Wands in the upright. Six of Pentacles in the reverse means you just got to be careful with your money in that second week of April, Aries. Be careful with your spending, track your expenses, check your statements, check your bank accounts. Be very, very careful because you're going to have to really pay attention to your money as we move into that second week of April, okay? Mistakes can happen, or sometimes, you may, it's like you may spend a little bit more than you had anticipated. And so now you kind of have to rearrange other bills because you got to kind of make sure everything's covered. Okay, so that's really the warning here, or I should say the heads up, pay attention kind of thing, is you're just going to have to pay attention to your finances and really double check and triple check. Now we also have Temperance. Like I said, things are really going to balance out for you in a very good way. You're going to feel like you're on a lot more solid footing as we move into the middle of April. You're going to feel like, things are not so up in the air. You're finally going to get some answers. You're going to have some clarification. You're going to have some solid information where you can make decisions and you can feel confident and you can feel comfortable working, moving forward, and pursuing certain goals. Now we have Strength and the King of Wands in the reverse position. This tells me that there's going to be changes in your workplace, and some of them are just not going to feel good, or some of them are really going to feel like they give you no power. The King of Wands is all about authority in the workplace. It's also about stability in the workplace. And when I see it in the reverse position, that tells me that there's going to be a lot of changes as it relates to your work. It could be a relocation. It could be a change in management. It could be maybe your job responsibilities change in some way, and it makes you feel powerless. But I just want you to know that this is not something that's going to totally throw you off. Because I see this Three of Wands here, that means that because of these workplace changes, or these changes in your business, or these changes in your money, you're ready to make a change. You're considering something big. And you're considering something to where it's given you such powerful insight and such encouragement that these changes that are going on either within your work or your current business or your current situation, it's not something that totally throws you off track. You're so preoccupied with your future and with your potential and with certain opportunities that are coming your way. You're not distracted by this, these changes that are going on. It's like you're ready to move on and move out. And so because you're confident that you will do that and that you have the ability to do that, again, I say that because this fell on that Page of Pentacles. So whatever that good news is as it relates to your money, it's really going to allow you to not be so easily discouraged. You're not going to be so easily thrown off by things disrupting your current situation, because you see that there's there's another game in town, there's another show, there's another opportunity, there's another possibility. You're not stuck here, and you're not going to allow someone else's decision and changes affect you in a way that makes you feel like you have no control, because ultimately you do know that you have control and you're ready to take control. So what else do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? All right, as we move into that second half of April, Aries, just know that things are going to happen very, very quickly. You're not going to have a lot of time to waste, and you're not going to have a lot of time to probably make a decision, or you're not going to have a lot of time to where, or you're going to see that when you do make decisions, things move quickly. Okay, I say that because I see this Eight of Wands. But let's go ahead and start here. We've got these two cards in the reverse. We have the Three of Swords and the Devil card in the reverse. This tells me that you're healing from something or you're getting over something. There's something that emotionally was holding you back, but you've kind of released that and you've let it go. You're not being led by heartache anymore. Now, we also have the Devil card in the reverse position. Again, this tells me that you have, excuse me, have released something that was not beneficial, something that was not helpful, something that was holding you back in some way. That is gone, or it's in the process of being removed. It's in the process of being let go. It's in the process of being dealt with and finished, okay? And this is very, very good because your emotions sometimes can create some emotional blocks, especially when it comes to you having the right mindset to create more wealth or abundance for yourself. But that's not coming into the picture anymore. You've decided, I'm done with this. You're not going to be held back emotionally. You've released unhealthy attachments. You've let go of things that are toxic, things that just don't serve you, things that don't support you. And you're letting it go. And you're going to really feel accomplished in that as we move into the second week of April. Now, we have the Page of Wands here. This is news and information coming in about your work or about your business. Now, we also have the Seven of Swords here. Excuse me. The Page of Wands is positive information coming in about your workplace or about your business. There's something good news that is going to affect you, and it's going to affect your work. Now, you also have someone actually being removed from the situation. I'm getting the sense that this good news coming in as it relates to your work is somebody being somebody being removed from the picture, someone being removed from the office, someone being replaced, someone being let go. This is someone who is not necessarily doing a good job, or someone who hasn't been honest. Maybe someone was being dishonest. Someone could have been stealing. Someone could have been doing something that just wasn't cool. However, the people who need to know about it do know about it, and that person or that situation is on the way out. Now, the good thing is we have the Three of Cups here. So you are going to be celebrating something. It could be celebrating this person being removed from your life, or it could be celebrating a new opportunity again, because we have these workplace changes that are on the horizon. Also, you making some decisions about your future and new opportunities. You're going to be celebrating something, and something happens very, very quickly for you. Aries, get ready, because when things start moving, there's no slowing it down. There's no dragging your feet. There is no, lack of anticipation here. Because the Eight of Wands is all about speed. It's about things happening quickly, and things happening quickly in a positive way. All right, what else do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of April 2020? What do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? All right. Okay, Aries, so you're going to have a lot of changes as it relates to, I'm getting the sense of bills, finances, and money owed. You're going to have to let me know if that sounds right, because money owed is coming through loud and clear. And I say that because of this Two of Pentacles in the reverse. The Two of Pentacles is about juggling finances, but when he shows up in the reverse, it's about money being owed to you, okay? Money being owed to you. Either someone's going to start making payments to you, or someone is going to realize, or I should say someone or something is going to realize that there's been some type of a error, and so they have to kind of figure out a way to pay you back. or they have to figure out a way to readjust something because it's affecting your money situation, either money that's owed to you or a bill that's due. Okay, that happens roughly towards the end of April. So be very vigilant as far as checking your finances, your bills, your pay stubs, receipts, taxes, all that stuff, because there is something where money is being juggled around. But this is something where, like I said, it's money that's owed to you. Okay, now we also have the Queen of Swords here, and this really came out very strongly, so that's why I started with that. But we do have the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords is she's a very stern lady who does not waste any time, who does not hesitate to remove someone or something that does not serve her. And I do feel like maybe you had a little bit of that, where there was something in your life again that just did not serve you or did not support you. And I say that because she fell on this reverse devil. Again, that's about severing ties and letting go and releasing unhealthy attachments, cutting things and people off. And that's all what she's about, especially when she shows up in the reverse. It means she does not hesitate. She does not question cutting someone off, saying no, moving on, and letting go. And I feel like that's where you're going to be at towards the end of the month, Aries. Now, we also have the Page of Cups here. This is a delayed message. This is delayed news about something that is coming to you. This could be money related. It could also be something personal, okay? But there's going to be you're going to get a message that something is delayed, or something is slow, or something is slowing down, okay? It's not necessarily bad, but it's just something that's more of an inconvenience. Now, we also have the Chariot and the King of Swords in the upright position. The Chariot is sometimes about charging ahead and moving forward and really feeling like you just don't want to waste time on something and you're ready to go full force without anything holding you back. Now, as it relates to work and money, this could be something related to your job or business. It could also be something related to investments and finances. Sometimes the Chariot shows up when it's something real estate related, okay? But just know that something is moving ahead regardless of the circumstances. Even though you're getting word that something is on a delay, there's other parts of the situation or other parts of your life that are moving ahead full speed without any type of interference or slowdown from anything. Now, we also have the King of Swords here. Excuse me. The King of Swords is someone who really knows what he wants, okay? And he's very clear on that. The King of Swords is about someone who is undistracted, someone who is so focused that nothing gets in the way of him pursuing his goals. This means that you have to be so focused and so determined and so just really willing to sacrifice in order to pursue and in order to achieve the results that you want. Again, it's about saying no to certain things because it's going to allow you to say yes to more things later on. Now, the King of Swords can also be a person. It could be a person who is very, someone who is kind of emotionless, okay? So depending on how your situation and how your life is, you will know if the energy of the King of Swords applies to you or if it could be an actual person. Someone who, I don't want to say they're cold, but they just don't show any emotion. However, this is someone that it's like you may trust them, but you never know what their next move is going to be. Now, it could be someone that you work with. It could be a mentor of some capacity. It could also be a person who is just not willing to kind of overextend themselves in order to help you or anyone else for that matter. This could also be you, Aries. You could be the kind of person who is so focused and so determined that you're not going to waste your energy or your time on things that are just not taking you where you want to go. Now, I'm going to say that this is a positive card because I'm, excuse me, I'm feeling very, very confident that this person or this energy is going to serve you well. And I say that because he falls onto the Eight of Wands, which means things happening quickly, progressing rapidly. Also the Three of Cups, which is a card of celebration. And also he's next to the Chariot. The Chariot is, again, pursuing things wholeheartedly, full speed ahead. So Aries, you have a very, very interesting month for April. You have things kind of being cleaned up. You also have, some periods where you're making decisions and you're releasing certain things that just don't serve you. But overall, this is going to set you up for great success. It may take some time. April may be a time where things are just not clear and you don't have all the answers, but you are putting things in place so you will have the answers moving forward. And you will have, some positive feedback to let you know that you are on the right path and you are headed in the right direction. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Chakra Oracle card. Oh, we got the sacral chakra, all about passion. And I think we did talk about that, about you making decisions to kind of take you in a direction of something that is much more your passion, much more fulfilling. This could also be some healing, maybe some passionate healing, spiritual healing that allows you to kind of just really let go of, like I said, certain emotions that just don't serve you, and certain ideas and certain people that may not necessarily be in alignment with what it is that you're trying to do. All right, Aries, excuse me, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or observations, feel free to drop those down in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed, please make sure you do so, because I've got a lot more readings to come. All right, Aries, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.